Chapter 1: A Strange Summoning. On a night bathed in silver moonlight, a plush dragon toy, forgotten by its little owner, sat quietly at the edge of the bed, soaking in the gentle glow. Its soft fur shimmered faintly, as if blending seamlessly with the moonlight. Suddenly, the moonlight seemed to change in a mysterious way. A golden glimmer seeped through the window, as if some kind of magic was silently flowing through the air. Blake's eyes, originally just decorative buttons, suddenly began to glow faintly. He felt as though he was waking from a long dream, suddenly gaining awareness. Blake looked around in confusion. The familiar room now appeared both strange and enchanting. As he was about to stand up, he heard a creaking sound from the wardrobe, and a bright golden light spilled out through the crack in the door. Blake couldn't help but be drawn to the light, and he slowly moved towards the wardrobe. When he gently pushed open the wardrobe door, the golden light grew even brighter, as if it possessed boundless power. In that instant, a gentle but irresistible force pulled Blake inside. He let out a startled cry as he was enveloped in the golden light, feeling as though he was traveling through countless tunnels of starlight, ultimately landing in a world full of wonder and magic. Blake fell onto the soft grass, looking around in bewilderment. This world was completely different from the room he once knew. The sky was a deep blue, studded with countless twinkling stars that seemed almost within reach. The grass was dotted with glowing flowers, and the air was filled with a calming fragrance. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves, making Blake feel both strange and wonderful. In the distance, a few unfamiliar birds chirped, as if welcoming him, adding to the enchanting and dreamlike atmosphere. Blake slowly stood up. The grass beneath his feet was as soft as a giant carpet, and the glowing flowers swayed gently at his feet. He couldn't help but bend down to touch them, feeling a warm and gentle power flowing through his fingertips, which made him feel both curious and comforted. Suddenly, a cold wind blew past, causing Blake to shiver. The sky seemed to change as a dark cloud silently obscured the moon. The glowing grass dimmed, casting a shadow over the once beautiful world. "What's happening?" Blake's heart tightened. He looked up at the sky, feeling a growing sense of unease. At that moment, he heard rustling sounds from the grass, as if something was quickly moving. Blake turned cautiously and saw several shadowy creatures emerge from the grass. Their eyes glowed red, and they moved swiftly towards him. "Watch out!" a familiar voice called out. Blake turned to see a unicorn, Luna, rushing towards him urgently. Her horn glowed with a silver light, trying to drive away the shadowy creatures. Luna quickly moved in front of Blake, her eyes fixed firmly on the approaching creatures as she whispered to Blake to explain the situation. "These creatures are minions of the Spider Queen. Her forces are expanding rapidly," Luna said anxiously, her voice full of worry. "Blake, we must leave here quickly. She has already sensed your presence." "Who are you?" Blake asked in confusion. "My name is Luna. I used magic to summon you to this magical world," Luna answered urgently, her voice filled with urgency. "We need your power to fight against the forces of evil. This world is in great danger." Blake's heart tightened. He stepped back in panic but accidentally stepped on a stone, losing his balance and falling backward. Just as he was about to hit the ground, Luna used her magic to support him. "Blake, get up!" Luna shouted, her voice urgent. "These shadow creatures are the Spider Queen's minions. She has found you, and we must leave here immediately." Blake's heart was pounding, but he knew he couldn't retreat. He steadied himself and looked at the advancing shadow creatures, feeling his courage ignite once more. He took a deep breath, trying to figure out how to protect himself and Luna. Just then, one of the creatures lunged at him, and Blake felt an immense pressure bearing down on him. He swung his arms in fear, instinctively trying to fend off the creature. In that moment, a surge of intense energy burst from within him. Blake felt a sudden warmth in his chest, followed by a powerful flame erupting from his hands. The fire was brighter and stronger than ever before, as if it came from an ancient and mighty force, instantly repelling the shadow creatures. Blake was stunned, having no idea how he had done it. The power felt like a deep-seated instinct within him, awakened in a moment of crisis. He panted, looking at the retreating creatures, his heart filled with astonishment and disbelief. "Well done, Blake." Luna's voice carried a note of relief and encouragement. "This is exactly what I was talking about. the power deep within you. Now we must get to Starlight Stream. It will protect us and help awaken more of your abilities. Blake nodded, still feeling a bit nervous, but now determined not to back down, no matter what difficulties lay ahead. He followed Luna, running towards the shimmering silver-blue stream in the distance, his steps now steadier than before.